Time Zones, your book review podcast. Enjoy.
Hey people, this is Renee.
And Bridget.
Talisha.
This is episode 18 of Say Book 3 Time Zones. July's book of the month we read Share My World by D. Rose. This is my first time reading D. Rose. I'm sure
Me
y'all
too.
do. Yeah.
Me three.
Okay. I see her name a lot, and I see her covers a lot. She have like really pretty book covers, but I've never like gotten a chance to actually like find something for us. You know, like when it's time, we always have something else to read. So this time we got a chance to read Share My World, which was a short book. It was a second chance romance, and I liked it. It was short, but I wasn't missing. I like when it's short, but it's like it starts and you still kind of get their mindset and where they are in life, but you get it quick without having to go through it with them.
Yeah.
So goodness for these two characters. There's Kaylee. That's how you say it, right? That's how I feel like you say it.
That's how I said it.
Okay.
Me
too.
Kaylee and Xander. Two
Ex.
people, right?
That's what I was doing.
But they're, living these separate lives. You think until, of course, you realize that they knew each other. But Xander is a twin, and I just see two fine twins, just double the, and Xander or X has this like really sweet relationship with his brother's daughter, Kennedy. I get to hear her little
so beautiful,
right? His twin brother is married with his wife Bella. They have their 4-year-old daughter, and I guess you kind of learn. I don't want to say that he's not jealous, but it's like he thought that he'd have all that his brother would have at the same time.
Almost. Yeah.
And we find out that he is coming out of a breakup that wasn't, his fault.
That girl, she cheat with her baby daddy and then leave. Oh man, at the altar though,
she wasn't gonna tell him. Like her bridesmaids told his brother with a note who told him, "Hey,
That's right. That's right.
I couldn't believe that. And the crazy thing is,
I believe it. Stuff like that happen for real.
But
he's
a PE teacher, I believe. Okay,
yes.
And
a fitness,
the son
and he do fitness,
and like a person.
Mm-hmm.
So his girlfriend's or fiance's son was in his class, like goes to the same school or whatever. And I thought when I heard it's like he didn't even date her that long before he proposed to her.
No, they was together a few months.
Yeah.
2 months and he ain't. I was like, but I guess when you know, but dang, he didn't know.
He ain't know.
Right there.
He ain't know that one.
That was so he was dating her a few months, proposed, they playing his wedding, he's playing daddy, he got this connection or just this bond with the son. And you think oh he finally gonna get what he wanted, the family that he wanted. And no, that didn't happen for him.
Mm-mm.
So the honeymoon was supposed to end up at his father's beach house.
I don't know if I would have still went.
So they were supposed
to. Listen, she's not running my vacation. I'm going.
Right. I'm going to stay home.
I would have to go someplace different.
Nah, bruh. She not running my vacation.
Yeah, still.
I'm going.
But okay, so he still went to the vacation to the beach house, but he ended up bringing his brother, his sister-in-law, and their daughter with him
for a week. Yeah.
So yeah, for the first week, because he's supposed to be staying there for 2 months or for the whole summer. And their father, we found out, also passed away about 4 years prior to this. And they hadn't been to the house since.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, and usually they're supposed to do like renovations every time they come, but just, you know, things happened. And of course, coming to that house was like really hard for him and his brother. And his brother, we see, don't really express himself that way. He kind of like holds in his emotions, which, you know, that's normal. I mean, you know, not normal, but normal.
It shouldn't be normal, but it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I did like how he was more open, you know, to expressing himself. So that's them. That's how they start off. And then we have the Kaylee character.
We meet her.
Oh my!
And I feel like she's like the male version of him. When I seen that, and then I seen that she was going to the beach, I was like, they gonna meet up.
Right.
I had no idea that they already knew each other, but I was like, they are going to meet up. They are basically the same person, but the female and male version of it.
I couldn't believe that. Like, so this girl was with her dude for 3 years. And he has a daughter that she fell in love with. Of course, they eventually were living with each other. Like, this was a real, like, we gonna do this, you know. He was using her to make his baby mama, who is married, jealous. It's like, I don't know if the whole relationship was on that, or they just started in the end of it, or what. But I'm like, who do that? Like, people
do that.
When
I was reading this, I was like, this is real. It's real trifling, but it's real, you know? Like,
and then he got the daughter involved to start telling the baby mama stuff when they actually had a good relationship. And he just,
hey, tell your mama she bought you this. Tell your mama she took you here. You know, like, really? Like,
yeah.
So all that time that they were together, did he really have feelings for her or what?
He has feelings for his baby mama, and he hurt that she didn't move on. So he trying to make her feel how he feels. So he has I feel like he has nothing for her.
And like you said, a male version. Kaylee's also a teacher at a school for like nutrition.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hold on, y'all both teachers. Y'all both dealt with breakup.
Some trash people with
kids.
And neither one of y'all got kids, but y'all, you know.
Yes, it's like
I was like, I felt like they were both good people, and they should link up.
Yeah.
She
also lost a parent. Well, her aunt, but she lost a parent because she didn't have her parents. He didn't have his mom in his life. So I mean, they had like a ton of stuff in common, you know. And
I feel like that's good though, because like you have somebody that you can talk to that really understand, because it's like when you have a rough childhood and then you get with somebody that had like these amazing parents, and it's like you tell them about they don't understand. I mean, they feel for you, but they don't, really understand it, because like they just like, my mom was always there. I don't know like
the effect that it has on you and how you love and stuff too to this day. And like you try to like relate, you try to like explain it to them, but it's almost like trying to like, hey, give me a pass on this part because I wasn't taught this, or I didn't know how, or whatever. I don't know how to deal with certain things.
But
and they don't get it. It's like
they both grew up with some of the same issues though when it came to their parents.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They really did. And I think that's important because it allows you to not only empathize, but you really were in that person's shoes. Like you really do understand that.
But then again, though, if y'all have kids, they don't have no grandparents from neither side. So
well, okay. So this is the thing, though. Okay, so also they have in common his mother, who wasn't there when he was a child, when they were kids or whatever. She gave him her parental rights. They broke up. They're trying to rekindle, I guess, their relationship in a way.
She got two whole other kids that she loved and took care of. Oh man,
yeah.
She tried.
So that's a hard thing for him.
With the kids you had, like, nah. I mean, the twins you had.
What's his name? Is it Donovan?
Donovan, her dad.
Is that her dad's name? Okay. And then she has that. She found him on Facebook, so he wasn't even looking for her.
That's
And
That's
he got
something.
kids too, right?
I don't remember him having kids.
I thought he
I
had-
just know for sure the trifling. I just don't like moms that be trifling.
He had a wife and kids. I don't know.
No.
I can't remember.
Mhm.
But
I know Olivia did that trifling heifer.
okay. So
He had 2 kids and a husband,
so
and
you
just
knew
forgot
she
her
could be
twins.
motherly. She just didn't choose to do that.
Exactly. Like, oh, you pick and choose who you love. Like,
Yeah. That
Right.
definitely does
oh, man.
um
I picture her being just ugly. Just
She's probably very beautiful.
I know I can see her being
I don't
very
care. She ugly to me.
And you know, like when growing up, we probably don't have all the insight that
Does not
came
matter how
with
she grew up. I don't
growing
care,
up.
hey, Bridget.
I'm not trying to put an excuse there for the mother.
Yes, you
but
are. You
you
did
just-
this last time with no.
you just never know what people went through growing up. You don't know. You don't
It
know
doesn't
when
matter
they
what you went through growing up.
I'm
Once you
just
become a
saying.
mom, it doesn't matter. Like you have to fix your stuff because you have someone that depends on you. So it does not matter what you went through. I don't care. It don't matter.
It's just tougher. It's and it is bad. You know how she
hit you. You do what
left
you got to
the
do.
kids and all. But I'm just saying, you always have to think about the other person. You will want somebody to think about, you know, what's going on with you if something happened with you. You just always have to think about the other person. That's all. Got to keep them in mind as well.
She's a piece of bull poo poo.
I'm not forgiving her. I'm just saying.
Yeah, so
I guess we just
you just have to look at the it is, and it's really hard when you're a child to see it this way.
Yes,
As an adult,
definitely hard.
you have to look at the fact that this person who brought you into this world is another imperfect human, like we all are. And
that's like
the
if
way
you yell
we
at
would
your
have
child
dealt
and
with
they
certain things, or the way that we think
take care of your child,
dealt with, or the way that we feel like things should have been handled, doesn't always come into play because we're not that person. They're not us. We're seeing them from the eyes of what we want them to be, what we expect them to be, but we're not in their mind, in their heart. They could be all kind of messed up, and there's nothing that we can literally do to change that because that person is that person. It's like there's a person who brought you into this world, but they're a totally separate human being. So it's like, even like me, I've learned to separate. Like I don't even want to get into all that.
It's okay.
But, you know, I have like, my parents weren't there, and I have to kind of look at them now, even if I don't have a relationship with them, or like my biological father who died. It's like at a point you have to realize, hey, look at me. I don't have all my stuff together. Like, I didn't know all the answers when I became a parent, and I had to have a conversation with my daughter because something she had said, you know, about her feelings, whatever. And I was like, bruh, I've never done this before. You know, like for me, I'm here, you know, because of what I went through. I would never put my child through that type of situation where they feel abandoned, feel unworthy, and all these things, because that stuff goes with you. I mean, I still fight with it every day by like not feeling good enough or worthy of anything that I do or with any person because of how I feel as a child. You have to, like, as me as an adult, have to try to break myself away from that, but it's still there because like that's how I felt for a long time. And like I was telling her, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing the best that I can. But for my child, I want her to be able to express to me, hey, if you feel a certain way, like mommy's not doing this or that, let me know. Like you're doing now, let me know, because I want you to have like the best like I can give you. But I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Like, but at the same time, you know, there are people who literally, they can see you hurting. They can see they ain't doing things right, and they don't give two craps about it. And those are the type of parents when we look at them, we want to judge. And I've learned, like, at this point, I can't do nothing about it. They're who they are. I can't do nothing about it. Let the Lord, deal with that. But I'm not trying to, like them, they wanted, the difference is Donovan. Kaylee, I don't even think it was X. I think his brother, Malcolm, was the one who reached out to the mom after their dad had passed.
Yes. Yep.
It's like we kind of yearned that relationship because they lost the only parental, I guess, figure that they had. So when they yearn for that, and then you see that this person is not what you expected them to be, that makes it a lot harder. Once you accept that, they are who they are, and you can take it or leave it. I choose to leave it. Y'all be do what y'all do. I'm gonna be good over here, but it's different too because I have a ton of family. I have like a ton of moms that I that's what I say. Like Aunt Bridget, like Aunt Yvette, like I have a ton of. So I try to like pull from that, pull love from that instead of trying to look for it from where I expected it to come from. But anyway,
so you basically agree with me. Like you just told us how nobody knows it all, but you try your best. That's all you can ever ask. Like from your parents, for them to try their best.
Don't have that in them, or they just don't care to give that or try to give that, and that's
she trifling.
That's what she did to those kids. But like you said, she was capable of it because she gave that to her other children. So he had every right to not. I don't know how. Now I don't know how. I don't know. Like you said, it's like picking and choosing. I don't know if it's because of the person that she had some kids.
I love this child. I don't love this child.
I don't understand how that works. Their mommy, look, it take me back to Amel and their mama.
I know. I thought
that's what I was thinking about. But again, because I don't think that woman had more kids. But yeah, so they're both dealing with the parents stuff not really being what they wanted it to be. They're dealing with, the loss. I mean, gosh, they had a lot in common, and they dealt with a lot of trauma, So, the funny thing is, like, you see these separate people, they've been had these vacations. Like Felicia said, they're going to run into each other in some kind of way. Both going.
But I thought at the beginning, I thought that he was going to run into old girl. I didn't know it was going to be somebody from. I don't always read.
Like the one he saw.
Yeah, for some kind of way they was gonna get back together, but
that would make sense.
I did not.
Chicken.
Yeah.
Okay, that would make sense.
Until I saw the name, I was like, no, this is someone else.
Yeah.
We found out that they were basically first loves.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Haley
and an older brother that took her in because she was quite young when her grandmother. I think
she was 15. I think
15.
Yeah. So she ended up living with her bigger brother. So she gets to her aunt's house, and her brother, he doesn't live there. He's like, I'm gonna say what 2 hours away? Does he live in town?
Yeah. He's 2 hours away. That boy drove 2 hours. Like, I saw you on the camera. Why you ain't call me? I've been waiting for you to call me all day.
I think he lived there.
I think he lived there. She's 5 hours away. I think she's 2 hours away from X and them, from where they live.
Yeah.
That's why her brother was
okay. Yeah, I guess I'm getting 2 hours confused. You're right.
That's why he was mad. She wanted to settle in before she told him that she was coming, and didn't know this fool had cameras all around the house. So she got caught. I thought that was funny. I like her brother because he looks out for her.
Their bond is
he
cute.
wants her to be happy, and he's extremely upset with her about not blocking Joseph, which is her ex's, not blocking his number because he continually texts her trying to get in by way of his daughter. Like, oh, my daughter misses you.
That's because he know he ain't no good.
But do y'all agree with her brother being upset that she has not deleted his number or blocked his number?
Yes, I agree with that because it's like he trash, and it's like you like. I love you so much. I don't want that for you. Like you don't like, but I feel like I'm loving you more than you loving yourself right now. So it's like, I would be mad too if I was him. I don't know if I would express it as much as he is, but inside I would feel how he's feeling, how he's expressing it.
I feel like you letting yourself be open to continuously having to deal with that when you don't delete it. When you allow him to continue, even if you don't respond, but you're still leaving that open. And she feels like, well, I don't want to block it because I don't want him to seem like it's getting to me. It's like, look, you got to protect yourself. And
but then he would have been blocked.
They was in this relationship for a little bit. Mm-hmm. And she, was not only in love with him, but she fell in love with his daughter.
Yeah.
And, once you create a bond like that, it ain't easy just to cut it off like that. You know what I'm saying? I understand how the brother wanted her to block him, but to her, I guess it was like she was blocking the little girl too, and she didn't want that. She still wanted that relationship
with her and not the father. She would.
You can't do that though. Like, that's not your child, that's his, and like
it's
you
not
don't no more. So yeah, I understand. Yeah, I would have been crying about it. Yeah, I missed the girl. I loved her. I love her, but he would have been blocked day one.
Yeah.
Would have had my tears at night, but he would have been blocked.
I think so too, to be honest. I would have blocked him too, because you already see you saw his motive behind the whole relationship. Like, it's no point. You have to break free of that. Like you said, that's not your daughter. You can't have a relationship with her anymore, even though it hurts. So we see Kaylee, she goes to the beach, she go lay out on the beach to have her little time before she settles in.
That ex, she thought it was his daughter.
Oh, remember she said she saw the dad with the.
I was like, that's ex. Bless you.
They reminded him of her ex, actually. But
yeah, I did.
She get hit with a ball, or so the ball hits her stuff or something, and the little girl comes over, and then she's like, "Oh my gosh, that's ex."
Yeah." We find out that they know each other.
She said Xander Neal's her dad. I'm like, what, is he famous or something? I don't know. I'm like, how she know him? My first and last name.
I was like, they know each other because we already knew he was a teacher in what's his name, so we knew he wasn't famous. I knew they knew each other. I didn't know how. That
was a cute little, like, oh crap, they ran into each other, and she finds out that's not her, that's not his child, which is like a bonus. I'm sorry, because if I would have had to go through that once, I don't know if I would be able to date anybody else.
Nah. Hell no. That would have been you got kids, sorry, too touchy for me. Can't do it.
It's like, yeah. So that was a good relief, that she found that out immediately. Like, that's not his daughter. That's when we see that they had a history, and 10 years prior was the last time they saw each other, which is right before her aunt had passed away. He's a couple years older. They were going to college after this summer, but this summer, like you said, Talisha, they were like first love type of situation, like kids with the little puppy love thing, but they had spent this whole summer together and thinking like, oh, we're gonna stay in contact and yada yada yada, and no. That does not happen.
I remember her name.
They stayed in contact long enough for him to like find out that she had her aunt had passed. He was worried about where she was gonna end up living or who she's gonna end up with, and that's when he said he suggested her brother. But that was about as far as it got, because his twin brother was like, bruh, I want you to have this experience, and you over here, spend all your time talking to this little girl, basically, because she was still in high school.
I understand that though. Like, I don't know. Like, like you in college, man, live your best life. I don't know.
I mean, I got that too, I was like, yeah, I agree with that, because she's hundreds of miles away. Y'all not really gonna be in a real relationship right now. So he took his brother's advice and he got.
But he still could have talked to her though. He didn't have to
They could have
just
still
stop
been
talking to
friends.
her. They still
And
could have been friends.
They were.
But
his
Miss
girlfriend.
Monique said no, you're not gonna be. I don't like this.
Yeah, because they
All
were.
this texting back and forth. Because I'm sure if she read the messages the way they were them 2 months, that it sounded like a threat.
Yeah.
So I get why Monique wanted them to. Yeah, it just all worked
She
together.
didn't have
Like
to delete she didn't have to delete the number. Like if I was him, I probably would have put her like in a private thing, and I probably would have changed her name to somebody else's name that didn't sound like a threat.
Dang, you gonna do all that?
I would do all that just so I can keep my relationship with this friend that I feel like needed me. Because when they saw her, they had went out to dinner. His brother, sister-in-law, and the baby went out to dinner and ran into her again. He felt bad about all of that. And he just blurted out an apology when she was trying to have her little time sitting at the bar reading her book. That was kind of eating at him. He felt like he did the wrong thing. And
he sound like a good guy though, because it's just like you stop talking to her because you you starting a relationship with a girl there, so like you respected Monique wishes, which I felt was noble, and then you felt bad about it, because like, dang, you was really going through all this, and I'm sorry, and that's 10 years later you telling her this,
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I feel like a lot of dudes would have just brushed it off, like they wouldn't even mention it unless she did, but he like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I appreciate that from him because it just showed that he did care. This, even all this time later, even if you probably didn't think about it every day, but once you see her, like, oh shoot, like all of that came back, and he felt the need to try to rectify that because he knew that was tough, especially after kind of going through it now, with his
afterwards, yeah.
So it's like, shoot, like she really did need me. They start off, I guess, just trying to not make it such a big deal, not make it such a like, like the pressure, of what they had before, the last time they haven't seen each other, right? So that first week when he had his family with him, Kennedy and Bella, they started liking Kaylee. Start with the whole hair products thing, teach her how to do that kind of stuff, and they spent a little time with her. And that was funny how he had to pay the baby some money to get some information after.
Oh.
I was like, that's so cute. Like,
and then he had to pay the mama too.
She say, you don't know all, she ain't know all the information. I'm gonna need 40.
And really came off the money. I was like, all right. But yeah, so they got to meet up at the little ice cream parlor that they used to go to that ain't the same. I don't know if I would even have my ice cream there with the little funky girl with her attitude about the ice cream.
Man, because it's just like, I
wanted
feel her too though, because it's like, I already told you, no, this is, like, and you steady. So you don't have nothing that's homemade?
Don't do
no.
it.
Dang.
No, don't be having that.
I just think you're being extra. You have this, you have that. We don't. This is not the same place. Like, no.
It's not the same place.
You just reminiscing. She was just reminiscing, hopeful.
I was like, dang, no.
Whatever.
Did I take your order? I'm ready to go home. I don't feel like having this whole conversation with you.
Y'all mean. Don't be treating her like that.
Right.
I felt that lady pain because it's like, I didn't been there.
So X met her at the ice cream shop and they got to talking, and I was shocked that like the exes came up. Like, they were just, it's almost like they just felt like the friendship had never
Right.
It
just continued. And from the beginning of them getting back together, seeing each other or whatever, the conversation always flowed. Mm-hmm. Till the end, when it stopped, I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on with this one.
But I understood that though.
Yeah, it was like she was just so open and forthcoming with her feelings. And then that, when you do that, both sides, it eases the tension if there was any.
Mhm.
and especially letting go of, about the exes and what y'all been through and all of that. So I was just expecting that throughout the whole little summer.
You don't think that she like felt some type of way when he was trying to make it into something else, like just like trying to make it a title?
I mean, if she had felt some type of way, she should have voiced it. She voiced everything else that she felt or was thinking. This is important. If you feel that it's going too fast or whatever, say it. You didn't say everything else. He's very understanding guy.
I don't even know if she thought it was.
She already had
bad.
told him that,
Like,
hey, let's just go with the flow. And then, let's just enjoy these 2 months. And now he's trying to make it a title. You didn't see that he changed it up?
He was feeling, they had more feelings invested at the beginning. It was just, you didn't know where this was going. Maybe you don't know. And as you see, as the days go on, she was feeling the same way. She was just scared.
Exactly. So that's why I understood that. She paused because it's like, hey, like, it's cool to enjoy ourselves, but now you want me to say I love you, like.
Well, that's all she had to do was voice it. All she had to do was say it and not hold it in. Just say it. Just let it out. Yeah, she
it's not easy to be like, I'm scared. Like this, like, I don't know.
She didn't go through therapy for nothing. That therapy was helping her. So she knew what to do.
She actually cut him off before she went to therapy, but whatever.
I'm just saying.
I know. All right.
They had the date and it was sweet or whatever, but like the same night, this is within days of seeing each other. The
3
same
days.
night from their first date, things went down.
That was the second. They saw each other
The first date. Mm-hmm.
That same night they got busy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of set the tone.
Well, maybe she blaming hers on the alcohol. She was a little tipsy and all. And, after that first encounter, they didn't for a minute.
Oh, no, you're right. They didn't.
But she didn't say that, but,
But they still hung out like a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. They didn't.
They did it all on the first night. They did it all. I was like, you did what?
Yeah.
He's like,
oh yeah.
You want me to come in? She's like, yes. Okay.
Wait, so the morning after, they're talking or whatever in the kitchen, and then the brother walk in, talking about, oh, you still here?
Oh.
Well, at least he don't have cameras in the house, just on the outside.
That's what I was gonna say.
Turn the stupid notifications off. Now you know somebody is there. Turn them off. You don't need to see no cameras until she leaves, because now you being nosy.
That's how I nosy too. And look, at least he happy for her though. He's like, I'm glad that you moved on from that trifling, and he was like, dude, sound like a good dude, So I was like, I love her brother. See, I'm nosy too. I wouldn't want to be in the inside because I don't want to see none of that. I keep the outdoors open.
Oh my gosh.
You think he had to know he was still there? He pulled up on purpose.
He ain't see him.
Because he didn't see him leave,
He knew.
Yeah, he knew. He pulled up just to meet the dude. That's funny. Yeah.
That's what he did. Trying to act like he ain't slick.
I thought you left. He is slick because I didn't even catch it until now that we talking about it.
People had all notifications. I feel like even like when they were kissing outside and stuff, he see that. He can see that.
Oh yeah.
So that's all. My whole thing was, can y'all stop doing that stuff outside? Can y'all wait till y'all get inside the daggone house? Because they never just think about the brother can see y'all. That's all I was thinking about every time. But yeah, so the last night, I mean, like I said, that first date, the family was still there. This was within the first week that they were there. And they did the deed. And wait, they never done it before. This is their first time. That was
they had only
kissed and stuff.
Yeah, they were kids. Oh goodness. because she went head on, you know.
He was like, "This
You
ain't
right,
the
head
innocent."
Dang. You don't know nothing, girl. What you doing? Get on up from there.
Get up from there. But yeah, so they I think the last night that his family was in town, they had a dinner. He invited her to it was that day. Yeah, when they woke up. He invited her to it, and she went, brother and sister, what sister-in-law told him. Which, like, okay, about the pregnancy thing.
Oh, I saw it.
When he said that she had to use the restroom on the way there, I don't know why my mind, that I was like, she peeing a lot. That's what I thought. I was like, she must be pregnant. And then when she started running around with the daughter and Kaylee from the Bubbles, and he looked at her and was like, you need to sit down. Like, oh,
she's pregnant.
That's what I thought that too. I was like, well, why would he be upset? I was like, have they had problems getting pregnant? Like, is it like like I was thinking all that kind of stuff. But
and then they said she only had sweet tea or whatever. Basically, she didn't have no alcohol.
Yeah,
like she's with child.
Yeah. Well, they finally got to share that with him, and she kind of felt awkward, like this supposed to be a family situation. Like I shouldn't be here, but right.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that she was the reason why they did it, because they were just scared to tell him about it because he's going through so much.
That's true. But yeah, so these two they spend weeks together. I want to say weeks because the whole entire time this was being is 2 whole months. But yeah, they spend weeks together. They're working out in the mornings. She's doing her little Instagram thing, her 100 days of summer, and taking pictures, and he's in some of them. And that's how her friend Karina found out that she got some kind of boo thing down there.
What she called him, a vacation bae or work? I forget. Mm-hmm. Bae.
The smile on her face, but it was like really good for the both of them coming off of these horrible relationships with these people, and the bonds that they had to kind of break from these children, even though they had to see them at school. And he mentioned going on Instagram to delete like the pictures that was leading up to his wedding, and seeing his ex-fiance with a freaking engagement ring
with the baby daddy.
Yeah, the baby daddy.
Yep.
And he said, like, by the end of the school year, the baby daddy was picking the son up. Like, they had gotten to their whole new routine, like months after. Like, they just broke up. She just took him at the altar. I was like, dang. It's like rubbing it in all the way. That was horrible.
I feel like he didn't, but I feel like the baby daddy didn't want her until somebody else wanted her. So.
Who?
She left him for the baby daddy or whatever, but obviously the baby daddy didn't want her until she was in, but yeah. I don't even know, because I feel like it moved so fast. I feel like she knew she didn't want him like that, and she agreed to it anyway. You know what I mean? Because that ain't seem real. Like from his end, of course, because like he's like a romantic type person, right. Wants that love story and all that kind of stuff. That's the life he wants, but he just chose the wrong person. And he moved in way too fast, and she should have been honest with him. Because I know for how she did that, I don't feel like she ever. That's her name, Sammy. I don't feel like she ever loved him like that.
No, I don't think so either. How you just gonna send a note? How you can't tell me? First of all, at least the night before. At least you can't talk to me
with him. Like,
yep.
And now they're engaged. I don't know. I would have been pissed off. He seemed like he took it very well. I would have.
I'm sure now. I'm sure he was down in the dumps now. Oh wow.
Yeah, like after it, but like even now when you're feeling better about it, because you've been spending time with Kaylee and stuff, but to see that after all that, like I would have felt been upset. He did say that he had to be an adult, because there's times when he did want to do things that would probably end him in jail time. So he I get that.
He thought about I think it was Evan. I think that's the boy name.
Yeah, Evan, and the other one was Joseph and Jade.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they both had these horrible things happen, and they thinking like they're gonna basically be sulking, but just trying to get space to sulk this whole summer, and then run into each other, and they get to be with someone who understands everything they've been going through from childhood to now. And I feel like from what they're doing, they are falling. I know she kept saying that, like you said, she kept saying this was like something for the summer, but the way that they were with each other, it was like, it's no way they weren't gonna fall back in love.
Right.
It was just no way.
I mean, it's a difference with knowing and saying it though, you know, like, dang, let me say it first. Like, let me, I don't know.
It was like, he just wanted to be like, okay, like this time around, when we do separate, do leave, let's make this official. Let's actually, you know, do something, be a couple. She didn't want the long distance thing. Her friend was like, "Fool, he lived 2 hours away. It's not long, it's not that long distance." But I think that was just her. Whatever, man. Whatever. I used to drive from Baylor. I used to drive from Baylor to Houston almost every weekend when I was dating Chris. Or he'll drive from there to me, and that's a 3-hour drive.
So 2 hours is nothing. That's nothing.
I did it, but it's different with seeing someone every weekend versus seeing them every day.
It is.
Oh yeah, that's different.
But you talk every day, you know, and it's
different.
And then on the weekends you get to, you know, talk in a different way. To see each other in person. So I feel like that could have worked for them, and they're adults, and you know they would have figured it out.
Yeah,
I mean, it's going to work,
of course, right?
but I don't know.
I see her reservations. You know, I see her reservations, and she has a lot going on. You know, the stuff dealing with her dad, and it's a lot. I know a lot of times we kind of want to, instead of doing the hard work or doing the sacrificing and stuff, just like, yeah, you know, you ain't gotta do all that. You know, so you can just deal with what you have to deal with. But he kept saying he wanted to be there for her, or he wanted to, you know, support her in all of this. You know, when she was talking about going back, they were talking about their future goals, and she would go back to school, and he was like, well, we can look for this and find scholarships, yada yada. She's like, we? He's like, yeah, like, you know,
I just want to help you.
He was putting support you in, I think, a lot more than she was. I like that. And he was, like I said, he wasn't afraid to tell her. I mean, he was, but he still, you know, put it out there. And
right.
I like that. What was like Mr. Davis was like their neighbor.
Yeah. Oh man.
Finally, and like I remember he said that Mr. Davis, you know, used to train him or whatever when they were there. So it kind of got him into like the, you know, the field that he's in now. But now this man was married. This man who had all this loss in his life because of the military or because of whatever, and he finally got himself a wife. And
yay!
I was like, oh. And then after X had told Kaylee how he felt, you know, that he wants something more. He wants them to, because they seem like the freaking perfect couple. They seem like everything with them, like it just goes together. They're the friendship. They can talk with each other, and they have all this in common. Like they seem like like don't be stupid. Yeah, that's the guy for you. But the timing. So he ends up, you know, going fishing with Mr. Davis, and Mr. Davis is like, what's wrong with you? Like he could tell something is off with him, and he tells him, you know, like I kind of put it all out there for her, and you know, she ain't doing the same.
He ghosted, yeah. And he's just like, she's scared. Like, dang, just because you dealing with your pain differently, I was like, yes, tell him. Snap.
Mr. Davis, like, yeah, you know, because he was saying, like, I can relate to her, you know, not wanting to, you know, jump in so quickly after all this kind of stuff. Like, everybody, you know, because X is just so sure, you know, so he feels like she should be sure too. No, right. You know, and he was like, you just give us some time and keep trying, you know, even though she really pushed him away at the end of that summer.
She really did, till it was that time to go, and she sure made sure that they got together, huh?
That last night, yeah. woke up together, and he even helped her pack up her car before she had that 5-hour trip, that 5-hour drive. They were supposed to, like, this time stay in contact with each other and not have it be like it was last time. That was the goal. But again,
he like repeated exactly what they said at the last time. I thought that was cute. Like, yeah, okay.
Oh,
I think it was more on her. Yeah, it's more on her this time.
Yeah, this time around it was
100%. He was reaching out and she was ignoring him.
Yeah. She kept herself busy. She said she was just so busy. And it can be draining, the whole relationship with her father and how she wanted to go to therapy and he didn't at first. But eventually they did, and then she realized like she was more messed up than she thought she was. So, then she goes to this whole, well, I have all this like this therapy and I'm just like this and that, and he needs someone who can give him everything that he deserves and has it all like together now. She felt like he deserved more than she could give him, and didn't even give him a, hey, you doing, like this is too much for me. He didn't even give him a say so in it. Didn't tell him nothing. Yeah. Yeah. And then I remember over the summer, the baby girl was having like she was in summer camp or something, and she would always like talk to me every night about. Yes. Oh my gosh, I love it. But, and this I guess he was about to talk to her this other day, and Bella ended up telling him, after, because of course he told Malcolm about what Bella dope. And so now Bella knows, and she's like, I invited her to our gender reveal party though. And I'll invite her though, because I just like her because of you. She cool and all. If you don't want her there, let me know and I'll just disinvite her, or invite her. Yeah. Like no, because he was, he was sure that he was gonna get up in that. Not like that. Wait. Like that. I mean that too. Wait, that he was gonna like that. She was gonna be his. Like he's like, yeah, invite her, because by that time we should had hashed this out. They had not. By that time she was pulling up to the daggone. And this was like 2 months later, I want to say. But yeah, she came to the house. It was a 2-hour drive to a gender reveal. Girl, please. I wouldn't accept it.
She had to go. She had to go.
Exactly, she had to. Because it's not, if you didn't like him, what the heck you going for? If you didn't want him. Because I definitely wouldn't have. She get up in there. She's like, Kennedy saw her first. And I want this little girl. She just like the cutest little adorable little girl. But she gives her a big hug and like, was dragging her to like where her mom was, and she caught eyes with X, who was like, talking to another woman, and the woman was seeming, all happy and excited. Yeah. And I feel like you needed to see that. You needed to feel that. Having him, have to go through all this, knowing what it is. Like, stop fighting it. But it's so funny when they do that. So she ended up going to see Bella and have her little diapers to give her for the baby shower. Oh, I mean gender reveal, whatever it is. Same thing. But
they're having a boy. Snap, snap.
Right? Because she gave it away when she was going to the girl hair.
I would have gave it away too, man. I got to do all this. I got 3 heads.
Oh, y'all understand. Girl, I'm sorry. At least I got one boy out of it. Out of my 3. Shoot. But I still got to comb his hair. The little afro he got, because he ain't got no haircut.
I like how Bella was like, she's like, go talk to him. She was like, I don't want to impose, I want his girlfriend to think anything. She was like, girl, go talk to him. Yeah. Like, she didn't even tell him that wasn't his girlfriend. She was like, go talk to him. Like,
that's a whole giveaway right there. That's not his girlfriend, girl. You tripping. But she didn't even get to talk to him. I think as soon as she sat down next to him, his mom came over. Mm-hmm. They were talking, and then she saw the woman he was talking to earlier give her a little stank eye from across the room or across the yard. He was like, nah.
I didn't know who that was, man.
I know.
I was like, wait, did he move on that fast? Like, for real?
Girl,
I didn't think he did, but I ain't know.
You never know. You never. It would have been something if the girl didn't look at her crazy, and then when she looked at her, I was like, oh shoot, that yeah.
Yeah, maybe talking about it.
But yeah, so after the whole, find out it was the boy, she was like, all right, now I can get up out of here. And she tried to sneak up out of there, but he wasn't having it. But that was cute. She tried to leave and she dropped the keys and he picked them up and, what's up with you? What you doing? Yeah, Olivia came out when they were out there about to talk and he told his mama that she'll see the both of them at dinner at her house.
Yeah, both of them.
And she was like, what? Like, I didn't agree to nothing like that. No, we'll be there. We will be there. Okay.
Like, I'm not playing with you no more.
Don't fight no more. Just let it happen. But yeah, they got on the same page, standing out there talking, and she went back into the party. And then she was able to enjoy herself at this point. Because now, she got a man, and she knows that he ain't mad at her no more. He was just waiting on her to see it, like, give the program. She didn't drive home because, of course, it was a 2-hour drive. So she, I guess, going home with him.
Yeah, she stayed at his place.
That's when she said it, though, right?
He told her first.
No, she said it first. What, the I love you?
Yeah. I thought he did.
She said it first. And he said, what you say? And he heard her. He just wanted to hear it again. He said it first. But, I mean, he been showing and asking to be with her first. Mm-hmm. And she been ghosting him. But she actually said he been showing it. But she actually said the words of I love you first.
That's all he been waiting on. They gonna make that 2 hours work. Somebody gonna move eventually.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But he has his clients and stuff. I think she should move. Since she going to school anyway, I think it'd be cool. And that was the end of the story. The second chance love, and you got these two people who ain't seen each other in 10 years, and they literally just start off where they how you say it? Picked up where they left off.
You said it right.
Picked up where they left off. Start off. Yeah, picked up where they left off.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
So that was sweet. That was cute, and I like that they were able to just do what we all wanted them to do. Like,
is everybody's favorite character X?
Mine is.
I just feel like
mine is.
And Bridget.
Mine is because I was like, Kaylee, like she was too unsure, and I was like, yeah, like stop fighting it. I mean, I get her reservations, and she had a lot going on. She didn't want to be like an emotional type burden type of thing because she had a lot going on. But so
right.
Like, and he was the one person who understood it all, and yeah, I liked him. Yeah.
I don't think I had a favorite character. It was a cute little school. To me, it was like a school age, like love affair thing. Sort of, kind of started off in high school for her or whatever, and then rekindled. It was cute. I mean, they both were cute. I just really didn't have a favorite character this time.
Okay. She always gotta be different. Whatever.
So I guess X was yours.
I feel like that should be everybody's, but fine. Fine, Aunt Bridget, you have to have one.
We almost made it.
But it was a good little story. It was. I could have used some more pop in it with the like, I don't know if it's pop or spice or something. I guess when you're used to reading a certain type of style or whatever, you're looking for that, and I was kind of looking for a little bit. But I mean, but it's still good though.
Yeah, I still enjoy it. It was, like I said, it was like a short and sweet, try to get to the point type thing. You kind of you still saw what they went through, and you still felt like what they went through because of how they were kind of reacting to present life. But yeah, that was our first one by D Rose. I do like in the future, if we get I want to probably get one of her novels, like a longer one, because when they're shorter stories, you have to kind of present it that way.
Right.
I want to see I want to read one of her like novels and see how that would be. But anyway, we'll
I agree. It was a good short story. Like it wasn't, like it's detailed, and I felt like it had everything it needed, but it was, it wasn't a full like on novel. Yeah.
But who else? All right, so that was July's book of the month. Share My World by D. Rose. We enjoyed the cute love story. Was happy that Xander got his girl in the end, and I'm happy that she stopped fighting him and realized that he is there for her, and that's all he wants to do is be there for her.
So good job. Well done.
All right. We out. That's it. That's all we got.
Peace out.